Hello my babies, what's up? What's going on? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a new pick a card reading. This one is all about messages that are meant to find you. So if you guys are new to pick a card readings, I'm going to give you guys a quick little rundown of how they work. So over here we have pile number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So you can take a moment, pause the video if you'd like to find the pile that you are the most drawn towards. Then once you're done choosing your pile, you can go ahead and scroll down to the comment box or the description box to find the timestamp that's linked to your specific card. Then you can skip ahead and watch your personal reading. Also, a very quick disclaimer before we put some crystals on these cards. This card reading is reading on your current energies. That is why you're drawn to a specific pile. This is not your fate. It is not your destiny. This is just reading on the current energies and where you might be headed right now. You are capable of making your own choices. You can change anything at any time. So with that being said, let's add some crystals below these cards, starting now. All right, my loves, if you guys like to choose with crystals, here are our crystal options. Over here we have some quartz, then we have some fantasy quartz, then we have some Picasso jasper, then we have some scolecite, and then we have some apophyllite, and then we also have some blue obsidian. So take a moment, pause the video if you'd like to find the pile that you are the most drawn towards. Then once you're done choosing your pile, you can go ahead and scroll down to the comment box or the description box to find the timestamp that's linked to your specific card, and then you can skip ahead and watch your personal reading all about messages that are meant to find you. So without further ado, let's hop right into today's video. All right, so pile number 1, if you guys chose this pile, this is going to be your reading all about messages that are meant to find you. Let's get started. All right, so pile number 1, what I'm getting for you guys, the first messages that I'm seeing over here, we start off with this card that says a higher view. And immediately this makes me think that you guys are just kind of ascending to a new level. Your energy is raising, you guys are getting high vibe. And I think that if you guys have any issues that you're facing right now, if there's something that is blocking you and maybe you don't know what choice to make, maybe you're very unsure about a direction that you're supposed to be taking, I really think that you're going to be getting this higher perspective really soon, and you're going to be able to look at this and you're going to be so clear on what that decision is and what you guys need to do, okay? So that is one of the main things that I'm seeing there. And then we also have this card of earth magic, you guys. This is you connecting deeper in with the earth. I don't know, I see you guys kind of getting a little bit into magic actually. So if you guys haven't been drawn to it before, I think you guys are going to get drawn towards, you know, clearing your chakras or connecting yourself to earthly energies. Or maybe you guys are way into this already and you guys do this on a daily basis, but somehow you guys are really connecting with that manifestation energy. As you can see, she's very rooted into the physical world. So she's manifesting what she really desires through this magic and through just connecting with the divine. So I really see you guys being able to ascend, but being very grounded. Like there's this very interesting almost juxtaposition because we have like very grounded and also very up in the air. So this is kind of like, you know, any earth signs, this is any air signs, but we're getting this like higher view. We're almost just flying, we're soaring, but yet we're grounded and connected. So we're not like, you know, losing ourselves into a fantasy. We're actually bringing our fantasies into reality. The things that we dream about are becoming our reality. We're finding out ways to make them more physical, things like that. We also have a number 5 because when we add up this numerology, we get a 5 up here. And then we also have a 1. So talking a little bit about the numerology that I'm seeing quickly, there's going to be some massive changes that you guys are going to be going through, some like sudden changes, some sudden surprises happening to you guys soon, because 5 energy is all about things that are shifting very quickly and massive change that we're going through. And number 1 is us focusing on ourselves, upon manifestation, upon what we want. We're pioneering new ideas. We're getting new ideas that we didn't even think of before. And so this is why I'm kind of getting the feeling that if you guys have had like this major confusion lately or this question that you've been asking yourself, the reason why I really think that you guys have been going through that is because there's an answer that just wasn't in your view, right? But when you ascend to a higher level, so when you just focus on making yourself happy, you focus on being in a good mood, that ascends your energy, right? Or we start daydreaming a little bit, we ascend to a higher view, we get a new perspective, and all of a sudden an answer comes to us that we didn't even know existed before. And I think that you guys are going to get surprised with this new idea or like a new opportunity that's coming towards you guys, this new energy of creativity that's coming to you. And I really think that that's going to pay off in a big way. So let's add some more cards onto all of this. So the next two that we have, the first one fits in so well, you guys. It says, I am the dreamer of my dream. So I was talking all about how it kind of looks like your guys' dreams are becoming a reality with these two cards. And we literally have this card. This is just pure confirmation, you guys. I am the dreamer of my dream. Whew, that card almost flew off the table. That one just wanted to fly. So again, we're getting that flying energy. Then we also, ooh, my vibes speak louder than my words. You guys are raising that vibe. I think you guys are going to get into a very happy mood. I think that the things that are changing in your life are going to bring out so much more happiness to you. So even if you guys, maybe you're watching this and maybe you're going through a tough decision where maybe you have to let some certain things go, or it feels like a tough decision because you know that somehow something's going to be disappointed, right? You're going to be disappointing somebody, or maybe, you know, it's like a bittersweet sort of like choice that you have to make. But what I really see over here is that because of this new choice, I think that you are going to get opportunities that you were never even aware of before. You know, it's going to really ascend you to a new level. You're going to be able to be free. You're going to be able to unchain yourself and be able to spread your wings and go to where you really want to go. So whatever choice that you're making, it's going to allow you to feel your freedom. It's going to allow you to feel expansive. It's going to allow you to be creative. It's going to allow you to manifest your dreams. So head in that direction, my babies, because that's what we got going on over there. So the next three cards that we have the 12th house. Ooh, we have Juno. Okay. And then we also have sextile. So these are astrology cards. These are talking about some different sort of energies going on. So the 12th house is ruled by Pisces, and it is also ruled by Neptune. So of course we have those two symbols on there. This is all about being in our dream state. This is us daydreaming. Pisces and the 12th house is all about our subconscious mind, us being able to fully daydream about what we want. Juno can sometimes deal with certain relationships. It is the relationship asteroid. So when I'm talking about Juno, it can sometimes talk about, you know, physical romance, or us just aligning to what we are passionate about, us unlocking a loving feeling within us. It's also about making certain partnerships as well. So maybe there's a certain opportunity for a new friendship or a new romance coming in. And then we also do have sextile, okay? So sextiles are really good aspects. It's people understanding each other, people being able to see eye to eye, and it just adds like a good emphasis. Sextiles are usually very good. There's not a lot of tension within a sextile, but when we have like a square or an opposition in astrology, it can add a little bit of that tension or a little bit of like an awkward angle, but I really think that this is going to flow. When I see this sextile, this reminds me of being able to flow. And the words below it say integration, cooperation, tools, skills, integrity, harmony, and empathy. So let those speak out to you. Then with this 12th house as well, I want to go back to this because sometimes I don't end up reading what's like on the card, but we're going to read it. This is the house of intuition and unconscious, as we were talking about the subconscious. Here is where we can see transcendent experiences because we're transcending you guys. It rules hospitals, prisons, secret agendas, and hidden enemies, as well as unknown possibilities. So I really think for you guys, based on what cards we have coming out, this is all about the unknown possibility. It's not about all of this stuff up here. This is about the unknown possibilities that are in front of us, the things that we don't see yet, but they'll help us in our decision making. Okay, so and also one's weaknesses. So I think that you're transcending some of your fears, you're transcending some of your own weaknesses, because maybe you really like to succumb to people pleasing, maybe you guys really like to succumb to trying to make other people happy and you really don't want to hurt other people, things like that. And so we have to kind of face those things, and we have to realize that, okay, well, at what cost am I constantly people pleasing? Is that the cost of my own integrity? Things like that, okay? So this is the house. This house is also associated with long-term confinement, seclusion, and psychic abilities. So it might be that you guys are kind of letting go of some old things. So what I'm really seeing in the 12th house, it's not long-term confinement. I really don't see you guys going into long-term confinement, but I know we all have based on what's going on in the world right now. So it's very 12th housey kind of stuff. But what I see when it says like this long-term confinement and seclusion, what I'm actually seeing is that you are letting go of old things that no longer serve you, okay? So that's another 12th house type of thing. So I really think that you guys are letting go of maybe certain friendships that hold you down, or, you know, you're letting go of certain ideas and certain paths that you were once going to take that just don't resonate with you. So you're letting go of certain things that you're like, okay, this doesn't feel like it's in alignment with me anymore, and maybe it's holding you back from where you truly desire to be, but you're staying in that because maybe it makes somebody else happy, okay? Or we're doing what we think is societally correct. But we kind of have to realize, and it could deal with a certain relationship because we have Juno coming up, so this might deal with a certain relationship, you guys. It might deal with a friendship, it might deal with a family member, it might deal with a relationship. So keep that in mind. But I do think it's all going to work out for the best for both of you. And I do think that you will actually get into alignment with certain friendships and partnerships that actually do really serve you and work in your favor. So moving on to some more cards, I'm going to shuffle these tarot cards to get some more information upon this pile. Let's see what comes out. So pile number 1. So we have the Empress. The Empress is reversed. So this is us realizing that we do have to put ourselves first once in a while, because maybe we're so used to nurturing other people, but it's at the cost of our own expense, our own integrity, our own energy, okay? So we might be putting other people in front of us. And this is us realizing that we have to please ourselves once in a while, okay? We gotta please ourselves once in a while. So that's definitely, we have to nurture our own dreams. Okay, when the Empress is reversed, that is a sign for us that we need to start nurturing our own dreams. We have another fallout card. We have the King of Cups. So this is being able to listen to your own intuition, being able to listen to your own deeper gut feelings, listen to those psychic hints that we're getting. So listen to your gut, listen to your heart. What are your heart and gut telling you? Because maybe the heart has a fear because it knows pain, and so you don't want to inflict that upon other people. But then we end up ignoring our gut feelings that are saying, okay, we really need to just leave this behind because it's maybe toxic for us and it's maybe not serving us, but we need to really listen to that. So your gut is going to speak truth to you. This card is upright, you guys. Your gut is speaking truth to you right now. So listen to the gut feelings that you all be getting, okay? Let's get some more cards on here. So we also have the Eight of Pentacles, and it is reversed. So again, we're putting off our own dreams right now. We might be putting off some of our own things, or we might not even believe. Maybe we don't believe we have the ability to manifest what we truly want. So if you guys believe that maybe it's too hard, or maybe we don't have what it takes to manifest the things that we want, we're gonna kind of need to come to terms with that and allow ourselves to ascend, lift beyond that, realize your worth, realize that you create your reality and you deserve to experience anything that you desire. And then we also have the Four of Swords. So another important message for you guys is, yes, now is a time to be a little bit more recluse. And that's totally fine, because right now we are just gathering. We are in a time where we need to start daydreaming a little bit more, okay? So maybe you guys are going to be inclined to take naps more often than normal. And that's fine, because in this card, what I'm really seeing is you guys are going to be daydreaming. Meditating as well is going to be very important for some of you guys, especially if you've been inclined to do so lately, or even if you've been inclined to just be alone lately, because maybe you're not too tired, maybe you're not whatever, and you don't want to waste your time sleeping. But this to me speaks aloneness, okay? So we're needing to let go of some old things. We're needing to cut some cords. We're needing to be in our own element. Doesn't mean you need to be completely alone, okay? But there is something that I think you guys need to let go of, because maybe you're wasting too much of your time on a relationship or partnership or friendship that it's holding you back from something that you really want, okay? So now's the time to take some time for ourselves, do some bath rituals, do things like that, get into alignment again, find out what you really want, and start daydreaming about what it is that you truly want, because that is what's going to bring you that alignment. That is what's going to bring you everything that you want and desire at the moment. Okay, so going in a little bit deeper, I'm going to shuffle these cards as well, get a little bit more information upon what's going on right now for you guys and some more important messages. Let's see what comes up for you guys. So pile number 1, we have the Raven, the Wise Woman. A change is coming. So again, we get a card confirming that we are going through some change, okay? And then this Raven is also reminding me of just like kind of doing some shadow work, you know? And then we also have the Goddess symbol up here. So this is us claiming our own power back. This is us being able to, again, fly and ascend above a situation, go above a certain situation. If there's a situation that's been bothering you and you don't know what to do about it, and maybe you feel like, do I answer back to this situation? What do I say about this situation? Rise above it. Rise above it, and the answer will be so clear to you. Use your compassion, your gut feelings about this, but be compassionate, but still stand up for yourself. This is about being able to take a back seat for a while and let your intuition and your gut feelings tell you how to handle this situation. But a change is on the horizon. We are ascending above a situation and we are getting our freedom back. Okay? I'm gonna shuffle one more, get another one out here for you guys from this deck. Let's see what we get. Pile number 1. Ooh, we have the chameleon. So again, chameleons, they adapt to their new environment. You guys are about to be adapting to a new environment. This also says soul tribe. This is getting into alignment with who actually aligns to you. Okay? Because maybe the people that are around you right now don't really align to you. And it says it is safe to be seen. It is safe to let your colors show. You don't have to hide all the time, but this is also about adapting. But there's no need to hide. We can adapt to a new environment, but you don't need to hide yourself. You are safe, my love. You are safe, baby. Okay? So let's shuffle another deck and get a last card for you guys for this pile. And then I'm also going to do some Astro Dice for you guys. So let's see what comes up here. All right, so the first card that we have coming up, we have study. So you guys are gonna be learning some new things. I think you guys are gonna be gaining some new talents, okay? And this number is the number 36, which equals a 9. So we're completing an old phase. And this says, let my mind be clear and strong. Let me study well and long. So you guys are trying to improve your focus right now, trying to get focused on the things that actually matter to you rather than constantly doing the same old, same old. It seems like it's very easy to fall into that same old routine that we're so used to. And then every time we try to do something new, it's like we get blocked, right? And when we try to do something new, our mind goes, oh, wouldn't it just be nice to just go have a snack and watch Netflix? And then we're like, no, I just really want to read this book, and I know I haven't read in the last 3 years, but I just really want to do it. I really want to learn some new things. I want to get it done, but I keep getting distracted. So this is about you gaining that focus back, letting the distractions go, my love, okay? So we have that card right there. Let's add on another one from this deck. Let's see what we get. Creativity, guys, we're unlocking creativity right now. We're getting into harmony because a 3 and 3 equals a 6. So we're getting into the flow. By all above and all below, let me connect, let creativity flow. Okay, so you guys are getting into a new creative state. You guys are going to be the dreamer of your new life because you're letting some old things go. We're getting into those new states. Okay, so let me see if I can see anything else in here before doing the Astro Dice. Sometimes when we have a lot of cards resembling flight, it can mean travel as well, so I'm just going to point that out. It could also mean like a staycation because we do have a lot of cards that are also kind of like, you know, being able to be in our own element, but I really think that you guys are going to be ascending, trying something new. We're really going through a lot of change because we have that chameleon, we have a 5 over here. There's a lot of change that's like coming about, okay? And I think that, we had another one that said change as well, but anyway, you guys are dreaming up a new reality. You guys are about to really start to bring in some more magic into your life. I think that you guys are really going to begin to let go of some old. I really think you guys are letting go of just people that no longer serve you, ideas that no longer serve you, paths that no longer serve you, things like that. So let me see if there's anything else in here. Okay, those are the messages I'm getting there. Let's see if we get anything else from this Astro dice. Let's see. So we have Neptune, which is, sorry, Uranus. That's Uranus. Oh my goodness. I haven't even had my coffee today. It's fine. Then we also have Libra, which is very connected to Juno. And then we have the 12th house. Okay, so there we go. So we have 12th house. We have Uranus. Uranus rules massive change coming in, okay, guys? So when we have this Uranus dice popping up over here, let me just focus on that. There we go. This rules some big change. This is the most unexpected change, though. So I think that you guys are going to be getting opportunities that you could have never even dreamt about. It just won't even, it's just like, wait, what? And so there's these ideas, this creativity that's going to come to you, where I think that you guys are going to start something that's very unique to you. And this is like a pioneer state, right? And so when we're going through changes like this, we end up kind of creating something that we would have never guessed for ourselves. It's just a whole new path, right? And so I think that, and again, we have Libra coming up. So this might deal with letting go of certain partnerships. This might deal with letting go of a relationship that's no longer serving us. This could deal with friendships or even family members that are no longer serving us. But we finally have to put our foot down and stand up for ourselves and what we truly want, okay? So we can align to the relationships that actually will be in alignment with what we want and who we are. My camera just loves to not focus on these dice. These dice are hard to focus on, so I'll cut my camera some slack. I bet it's hard to focus on this little dice. So yeah. Libra, all about those types of things. And then the 12th house, this is all about our dream reality, our subconscious mind. So yeah, I think that you guys are going to go through some massive shifts. I think that you guys are going to find balance. If you guys have been going through anything health-wise, I think balance is going to be found once again if you guys have been going through anything like that. And I think that you guys are rising above a lot of things that were once holding you down. So that is what I'm seeing for you guys. My loves, pile number 1. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button down below. And then, yeah. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. All right, so pile number 2, if you guys chose this one, this is going to be your reading all about messages meant to find you. Let's get started. All right, so pile number 2, here's what we have going on for you guys. We have Birds of a Feather and Divine Matrix as our first cards to come out. This one is a number 7 because when we take 2 and 5, it equals a 7 in numerology. And then we also have an 8 because 4 and 4 is an 8. 4 and 4 is also kind of a divine angel number a little bit. So let's talk about what's happening over here. So there's multiple messages that I'm getting for you guys, but Birds of a Feather, I think that you guys are aligning to your soul tribe right now. I think that you guys are aligning to people that truly understand you. So if you guys have been asking for friends that truly understand you, or you've been kind of wanting like your friends just to understand you, maybe your current friend group, you want them to understand you a little bit more. I think that there's this like deeper understanding that's going on right now, and you guys are aligning to new friends, new people. I think that there's going to be this kind of like divine sort of, and it's so funny, we have the card of Divine Matrix. It's like you guys are entering this divine matrix, and it is aligning you to people that are meant to be in your life right now. So I think that what's happening right now when I look at these two, it's almost like there's going to be crazy synchronicities, and you're just going to be at the right place at the right time. And I think you're going to be meeting new people. This is kind of like networking. And so I actually really see you guys, yeah, the message I'm totally getting from this card is you're meeting new people that are in a high alignment to you. Because birds of a feather, they flock together, right? So, yeah, I almost see that you guys are entering this sort of like destiny moment, okay? Where it's going to be very synchronistic, and it is kind of like a divine matrix. And so when we're talking about a divine matrix, this is us entering like chance and good luck, because 8s deal with chance and good luck. So it's almost like, wow, like this is going to be so synchronistic. It's going to feel like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy that this happened at the right place at the right time. I think that there's going to be people that want to help you, people that are going to be in a very deep alignment to you, new people that I think are going to be a heavy influence on your life. Okay, so let's get a deeper view into this right now. Let's see what else is happening. Okay, so ooh, joy is the ultimate creator. So I think that you're going to be very connected with these people. I think that they're going to bring out a lot of like good emotions within you, a lot of good feelings, things like that. And then we also have, my faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love. So I think that you guys are kind of realizing these people are going to be very healing for you to be around, okay? So they're going to help you kind of realize some deep things that you need to realize about relationships, about some stuff that you maybe have previously gone through. So maybe you guys have been going through a time where maybe there was a certain relationship or something like that, that maybe there was some conflict in there. Okay, so maybe we've had a falling out with somebody, and then we're coming across people that are in high alignment. So sometimes when we have a falling out with somebody, there's deep learning that we have to do within that, first of all. But then second of all, usually that happens because of a reason. They were there to teach us this lesson, and now we can align to people that will help us through the next phase of our life. Or maybe they'll even be lifelong friends, because once we kind of do some deep learning, then we can finally clear karma, and we don't have to learn so much anymore, and we can just find our birds of a feather, okay? So I feel like you guys are kind of maybe going through something where you are letting go of some old peeps. You know, maybe there's some sort of conflict. You guys are learning a lot. These people are going to teach you so much. There's going to be so much healing within this new phase of your life with these new people, okay? And I think, you know, we look at this tree, it is just growing, it is thriving. So I think that you guys are going to start thriving. And then we also have the 7. So this is kind of like deep spiritual learning, okay? So I almost kind of glanced over these numbers real quick, but let's just go into it. So the 7 that's over here, because of the 2 and the 5, this is us getting into alignment with some deeper learning, some deeper spiritual learning, okay? And then, yeah, and I think that these people are going to teach you a lot, because 7 is also like a teacher, somebody who can teach us some deep wisdom. So I really think that the new people you're going to be aligned with are going to help you see kind of this new perspective. They're going to help you grow a lot, baby. They're going to help you grow so much. So our next few cards that we have Uranus. Okay, we have opposition. That's interesting, because I was totally getting a bit of that opposition feeling. And then we also have Pallas, Athene. Ooh. Okay. So this is interesting, babies, because Uranus rules some massive quick change that we can't even really control. It is ruled by Aquarius. And this is also when we learn a lot too, because Uranus is some higher learning. Let's see what it says right here. So it says innovation, discovery, individuality, and technology. So it rules all those different things. So the fact that it does rule technology, you might even meet these people online. Okay, so it could even be people online that you start to get really aligned to, and you start to really learn a lot from them. Okay, so it could be dealing with that, but this is also some quick change. So I think that you guys are going to be going through a lot of unexpected things. Unexpected things will be popping up. When we have opposition, this is us kind of going back and forth and realizing that it takes 2 to tango. So anytime in a relationship, sometimes we can fall to this victim mentality, like, oh, this happened to me. They did this to me. How dare they do this to me? But guess what? It takes 2 to tango, because the deepest spiritual learning that we can do is when we realize that we've created it all. Nobody creates it for us. Nobody does anything to us. We actually create it all on the deepest level. That'll be one of the biggest things anyone, in my opinion, can ever realize in their life. One of the biggest things, at least. So, this opposition is kind of realizing that sometimes we can fall into this feeling of duality, like, oh, they're this way, therefore I don't get along with them, and da-da-da-da-da. No. Everything stems from individuality. Everything stems from the self. You create all the circumstances around you, my love. So, yeah, this is differentiation, objectivity, oscillation, and interaction. So we're doing a lot of interaction. We're meeting people that are going to help us really ascend. We're meeting people that are going to help us. We're going to feel like we've met our soul tribe, right? And the growth that's going to happen from that is going to be next level. And we are kind of facing the inner warrior that's within us, the inner warrior that maybe wants to constantly fix everything, the inner warrior that realizing that we have power, we can stand up for ourselves, but we also don't need to create conflict with it. opposition, we don't need to create conflict with it. We can take higher learning to a whole new level where we ascend conflict entirely. So that's kind of the messages that I'm getting over here at first. So next up, guys, we're going to shuffle these tarot cards to get any more information upon this. We have a lot more decks to shuffle as well, so let's get into it. Let's see the tarot cards, what we have for pile number 2, messages meant to find you at this time. Okay, so our first card, we have the Fool. We are taking a brand new journey, you guys. This is an unexpected brand new journey. And I think we're going to be facing some old things that maybe we're going to be realizing, oh, I could have handled that a lot better, because the Fool is kind of, they don't really know any better. And so they're kind of just going on their journey, but they end up learning so much. And then we realize that, yeah, okay, we maybe acted that way because we didn't know any better, because this white flower symbolizes innocence. You know, we haven't traveled down that path before, but we're on the path of learning some new things. So it's going to be very serendipitous, the way that you kind of meet these new teachers. It could be online through the internet. It could be in person, but I really think that you are making this kind of new soul tribe. You're going to meet people that are on your level, but they also help guide you and help teach you, and you're going to learn so much from them. Then we have 9 of Cups. Oh, you guys are getting into alignment, baby. You guys are going to start seeing things in a very positive way. You're going to realize how much power that you've had in your own life this whole time, and what you can do with that power, what you can create, the dreams that you can make a reality, things like that, and how you can actually reach them, okay? And so sometimes another message that I'm getting with this opposition is that sometimes we can maybe feel that we are standing in our own way. And so it might not even be a different relationship that we've had that creates conflict. It could be the conflict that we feel internally, the way that we feel dualistic about ourselves, the way that we separate from ourselves, and we look back on ourselves and we think like, oh, I'm not worthy of that. Oh, I can never attain that. Why, da. You know, this opposition is kind of like this. Why am I even reaching for those goals? I don't deserve it, you know, because like one hand is reaching, they're like, I want this so bad. And then the other hand is pulling us back, being like, we can't do that. Okay, so this is also realizing that we can let go of that. We can reach like-minded people that support us, that help us feel uplifted, that help us let go of these old mindsets, and that we can then manifest all of our dreams into a reality. Why can't my camera focus on my cards? There we go. So we're making those dreams a reality. That is one of the biggest things. Let's see, let's get 2 more cards on here at the very least. So we also, okay guys, we're making those new connections. We are networking. This is one of the cards that deals with new connections and networking. So the 3 of Pentacles over here, of course that is popping up. All right, so that is all about making those new connections and networking. So maybe we are trying to manifest some new friends into our lives, people that really understand us, people that really get us. And then our last card, ooh, we want to feel welcomed. We want to feel welcomed by ourselves. We want to be able to love ourselves, accept ourselves. We want people who deeply accept us as well. So 5 of Pentacles being reversed, we are going to be soon accepting ourselves, and we're going to be accepted by the new people that we are surrounding ourselves by. And we're going to realize that we also don't need other people's acceptance. As long as we accept ourselves, that is the only acceptance that we need. But trust me, you're going to, as you begin to accept yourself, you're going to become into alignment with people that also very deeply accept you, and they just love you, and it's just high vibe peeps, okay? Some high vibe peeps. So we are done shuffling those ones. We're going to actually shuffle these ones right here to get some more info on this reading. Let's see what comes up for you guys, my babies. All right, so pile 2, let's see what we have for you guys. Ooh, we have the cat. I haven't had this card come up yet in a reading. This is exciting. I love when cards come up that haven't yet been used in a pick a card. So cat, speak your truth. Have strength, faith, and conviction in your voice. It has never been more needed. Oh, guys, that's powerful. Being able to use your voice, be vulnerable, be open, let all of your feelings out on the table. And you know, that's where authenticity comes in, you guys. Cats are always authentic. They'll always tell you how they're feeling. They don't pretend, right? Okay, and then we also have the wolf. Ooh, so heart medicine. Let go of that which does not serve your highest good. So we're letting go of some old things that are no longer serving us. We don't mind being a lone wolf. We don't mind going it on our own. We're on that journey of self-love. And as we're on that journey of self-love and we're giving ourselves that heart medicine that we need of being able to just let go of those old things, then we finally find our birds of a feather and we can flock together. All right. And then shuffling these cards to get some more messages for you guys. And then we'll also do the Astro Dice as well. All right, so first off first, we have abundance flipping out. So we have Goddess of Abundance Divine, let me thrive, let fortune be mine. So I really think that you're coming into a very fruitful time of your life, okay? So fruit resembles abundance and things like that. So I really think that you guys are coming into a time of where it feels like all of your needs are being met. It feels like there's this freedom to just enjoy what you have because there's this abundance around you where worries are kind of fading away, things like that. Things are in a better alignment. And the Nine of Cups also speaks of abundance too, by the way. So I really think that you guys are going to come into a time yeah, just feeling like you're in the matrix of abundance is following you everywhere. And this is, as long as we're doing that self-growth, this is what we get. This is the reward, right? And then we also have justice. By the power of 3 by 3, Matt, deliver justice to me. So if you guys have ever felt like, you know, somebody has wronged you, justice will come. Karma does come. This is a reminder that karma sorts out all of the things, okay? And it sorts them out in the most unexpected ways because 5, okay? And then we have Uranus and 5. This is all about that big change, that unexpected change, right? So this is unexpected ways where karma and justice is met. This is also letting you know that truth has a way of always coming out. Truth will always be found. Truth has a way of being seen no matter what. So if you've been wrong done by, truth has its way of coming out. Yes, it might take a while. Karma, sometimes it takes a little bit to sort out the perfect plan, but it always comes to fruition. So this is also why it's important for us to be authentic as well. Because again, truth has its way of coming out. The scales must balance. Nature has this beautiful way of balancing itself no matter what, okay? So let's shuffle these Astro Dice and get any last information for you guys, pile number 2. So let's see what we get. We have the 12th house, we have Saturn, and we have Virgo over here. So the 12th house is us going deep into our subconscious mind, okay? We had this coming up for pile number 1 as well. So going deep into your subconscious mind, this is us facing certain fears that we've had, our desire to maybe keep secrets, and those have to kind of now be revealed. Also realizing how we are attracting this reality because a lot of our reality is a projection of the subconscious mind. So realizing how our patterns, how our behaviors that are on autopilot actually attract to us the situations that we find ourselves in. And then Saturn comes in when we need to learn some deep lessons, okay? So Saturn's always like, I look at it as this like deep lesson activating sort of planet. So this is also us getting down to our deep truth. This is us being able to climb and realize that, okay, we need to put in the work. We need to put in the work for us to be able to heal and manifest in the way that we desire, because then we also have Virgo over here, which Virgo is all about healing. This is us also realizing that we don't need to necessarily serve others all of the time, okay? And our desire or maybe our need to always fit into society, because that's why Saturn's also up here as well. So maybe we feel like, oh, we need to repress certain parts of ourselves so that we fit in and we become accepted. But the 12th house is also where we need to face those fears and face those deep truths to find balance, to where we just accept ourselves. If we accept ourselves, everyone else around, it doesn't matter if they accept you, but they'll most likely accept you if you accept yourself, because you get like and like attracts, right? Birds of a feather flock together. If you do not accept yourself, you are going to find yourself in a flock of people who do not accept you. But if you really accept yourself and you really become authentic, you'll find yourself around people who are like-minded as well. So that is what I'm seeing for you guys. Pile number 2, hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up from me. Hit that subscribe button down below if you have not already. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! All right, so group number 3, if you guys chose this pile, this is going to be a reading all about messages that have been meant to find you. So let's hop right into it. All right, pile number 3, here's what we start off for you guys. So we have the card of great big love and then exposed and revealed. Okay, so these numbers also mean something. So added up together, this equals an 8, and then this equals a 3. So we're gonna get into the numerology in just a second of these cards, but first off, what is your heart wanting to reveal? When I look at these cards, you know, great big love, this is your heart. And then we have exposed and revealed, something that wants to be seen. What message does your heart want to be seen right now? Because I think that you guys have either been kind of repressing a deeper feeling that you guys have. You guys have maybe been repressing something that you really want to say, but maybe there's a fear of being authentic. Maybe there's a fear that we're going to be exposed and revealed and we don't want that. But then there's something that's been really on your mind. It's been on your mind and it's been on your heart, okay? It's been on both of them. There's something big that I think that you guys want to say to maybe a friend, a family member, or a lover. Something that maybe you just want to say to the world that you guys really want to be seen, but somehow there's something maybe holding you back. But these cards, this is a message meant to find you, okay? So the message that's meant to find you here is being able to be authentic, being able to allow your heart to sing whatever message that it needs to sing, whether that be something that, you know, that there's a fear, okay? So yes, there's a fear that our ego maybe is afraid of a certain rejection. Maybe our heart is afraid of hurting somebody else in the process. Maybe we are scared of what people are gonna think of us or anything like that. But there's something that, again, your heart really wants to sing, and this is all about you coming to terms with, we have to face that. We have to be able to face and have courage to face that fear and be authentic, okay? And so we have an 8 and we have a 3. So 8s deal with, okay, we're taking a chance. We gotta take a chance right now, okay, guys? It's a little bit of a gamble and we're a bit scared, okay? So there is this energy that there's a gamble here of us taking a chance with with speaking our truth, okay? So we have to take a chance with speaking our truth. And this is about us getting back into our alignment, because 3s are all about being in harmony, being able to celebrate, things like that, being able to see all the different colors, all of that, being authentic, being able to feel the beauty within. But right now we're repressing all of that. We're repressing our true authentic colors because we're afraid that it's going to maybe hurt someone else. We're afraid that it's maybe going to cause people to judge us in some kind of way. But we need to let those true colors out, okay? So that is the first message over here. Let's get a little bit deeper into this. So our next couple cards that we have. Okay, this one, it just it correlates so well with what's happening. So this says, true healing occurs when I give myself permission to feel whatever feelings live below the triggers. So it could even be that something's been triggering you lately, something's been, it's on your mind. And I think that maybe you guys get triggered very easily lately with this. Maybe there's certain things, maybe it triggers that certain fear. So there's gonna be situations coming up that trigger that particular fear that's holding you back from speaking this authentic truth. Okay, so maybe we're getting triggered more easily. Maybe we're getting a little bit angry and frustrated a little bit more easily. But the true healing occurs when you give yourself permission to feel whatever feelings live below the triggers. So, okay, sure, there may be a trigger that makes us angry, it pushes our buttons. But when we go deep into it and we ask ourselves, okay, why is this pushing my button? Why is this triggering me? Why am I getting angry? And then we search below into that feeling and we think, okay, why is this bothering me? What am I scared of? What fear is this bringing out in me? And then we can begin to heal it, because we can begin to see why this is triggering us. Because maybe we're really scared of hurting someone else's feelings, but then we have to ask ourselves, okay, how am I compromising myself out of fear of speaking my truth? Because this is your truth to speak. If we're afraid of judgment, rejection, hurting somebody else, at what cost are we doing that? The cost is our integrity and our authenticity and our deeper self and our wants and desires. And when we compromise ourselves, we allow other people to then compromise us. We are then no longer authentic. We're out of alignment. We get triggered easily, which serves nobody, you guys. It serves nobody. So now it's time to come to fruition of that, time to heal that, and time to speak, expose and reveal that inner self. And you can do it in a loving way. There's different ways of exposing this that make it easier, right? But still, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard no matter what, okay? We can make it maybe slightly easier, maybe like 15% easier. But it's still, yes, it is hard. But it needs to be done. It needs to be done. Oh my God. This next card. You guys, I didn't even read this yet until now. I've been looking off in the distance of my kitchen because my kitchen's in front of me. Didn't even read this card yet, and holy crap, it says feel again. It says I honor how I want to feel. Do you know how, like, obviously you guys know how well this correlates into this pile. So you need to honor how you want to feel and how you do currently feel. We need to honor how we do currently feel. We need to be able to let go of the fear. We need to be authentic, and we need to honor how we want to feel. Because maybe we don't want to feel like we're constantly suppressing ourselves. Maybe we don't want to feel like we're constantly being triggered. So we need to heal that. And maybe we want to feel happy, and our happiness equals us being true to ourselves and what we actually desire. And we need to be able to go after that without fear of how, because everyone's responsible for themselves, right? If it hurts somebody else, they're responsible for that. You're not responsible for somebody else's feelings. You're responsible for your own feelings. All of us should be just chasing after what we desire and what we want. And if it doesn't work out, we find new ways to make that happen for us. But we don't need somebody else to then hold up our desires and wants and needs for us, right? Because that just doesn't ever work. All right, so our next three cards that we have Aries, okay? We have the 7th house. This is dealing with a relationship, you guys. And then we have Gemini. Ooh, you guys. All right, so we got some cards up in here. So we have Aries coming up. So this is talking about we need to dive head in first. We need to dive face first without thinking about the end result. We need to kind of, Aries is the energy of they don't think the whole thing through because it's the first sign of the zodiac. They're like the babies of the zodiac. Not that they're babies, they can be very smart people, but just the sign itself, kind of what it rules, okay? So Aries is the first zodiac sign. So it hasn't yet experienced all, but it wants to because it's curious. It's the curious cat that is yet to experience all of the things, right? And so they jump in head first without thinking about the aftermath. They go after what they want, they see what they want, they do it. So I think right now you guys need to call upon that energy, that Aries energy, that fearless Aries energy that just says, this is how I'm feeling and I'm gonna do it, because Aries just blurts it out. They don't even think it through, right? They just go, bam. Okay, so that's the energy of Aries. There is some Aries that are very conscious and aware of these things, but it just really depends on the other things that are going on in your chart, right? But the symbol of Aries itself is a bit more of that sort of energy. So this is us being able to embrace a bit more of a Mars Aries kind of energy. And then we also have the 7th house. So this is us in relationships. So this is us being able to speak our truth with the people that are around us, our deep partnerships that we have. And so what this card says on this, it says, this is the house of partnerships. Yep. Here is where we can see the personal relationships that involve commitment or cooperation of some sort. Marriage, spiritual union, agreements, societies, and business partnerships. So yes, this deals with relationships. Yes. So then we also have the Gemini card. So Gemini is they're the twins, they're the deep thinkers. This is us marrying both sides of our minds. Like, sure, our mind could, want to, we see both sides of the situation. We understand that, if we make this move, we get this. We do this, we do this. So it's the duality, and it's us being able to accept that, yep, but it has to happen. It has to happen. And this is us going deep in our minds as well. Communication. Gemini is all about communication. So we need to communicate to the people around us and we just need to jump right into it. We got to jump right into it without thinking about it. Okay, we got to let go of thinking about it. We just need to communicate spontaneously the way that we feel and face those fears, okay? So then I'm going to shuffle this tarot deck. We're going to get some more information on this pile for you guys. Let's see. Okay, we have a Fallout card. Oh, we have the Page of Swords. Of course, we have the Page of Swords coming out. So this is us being able to authentically speak our truth. And sometimes it can feel like a sword, right? Because the Page of Swords is all about being authentic and speaking our truth. And sometimes, you know, maybe we don't know the best way to speak it yet because the page, you know, they haven't had a ton of these experiences of needing to communicate these feelings. And so it's a little bit, but the swords always kind of have this connotation that there's a little bit of a sting, and we understand that there's a little bit of a sting with this truth, but it needs to be revealed, it needs to be said, it needs to be done. It is important that everyone around us knows exactly how we feel, and we don't hide the way we feel, because how would you flip the switch? Okay, so let's be a Gemini. Let's flip it for a second. How would you feel if somebody wasn't being authentic with you and they were, you know, just pleasing you, but they had this inner desire inside that they wanted to do something else? Would you really want that? Would you want them to compromise their desires and then hide their authenticity and just pretend to enjoy what's happening? Nah, we wouldn't want that. So why are we doing that to other people? Because we think it's what they want, but no. No bueno. We want authenticity. All of us just want authenticity at the end of the day. So, okay, going deeper into this. Ooh, yep. This is a deep-rooted fear that we need to face. We got to do some shadow work around this. We need to think it through, and just let it go, because this has been on your mind. This is maybe having some sleepless nights for you guys. This is maybe like you waking up in anxiety, or not even being able to fall asleep because of anxiety, because this is just somehow this scenario has been running through your head and running through your head and running through your head. Maybe it's a deep question that you need to ask. Maybe it's a thing that you just need to get off your chest because you've been holding on to it. So this is all about, we need to let it go, because it is clearly disrupting our sleep schedule. It's clearly disrupting our lives. So it is time for us to just dive right into it. Okay, so the next card that we have, we have death. So we've got to go through that change. We have to let our ego and our fears have a little bit of an ego death, our fear death, you know, letting it sink away, realizing we need to go through some major shifts and transitions, because we need to let our old self go, because our old self always, you know, people pleased. Our old self wanted others to feel really good, but now we need to focus on us. So we need to go through that transitional change within us, of us realizing that we need to step up to our plate of authenticity. All right, next card, last card for the tarot part. We have the Ten of Wands upside down. So the Ten of Wands is us carrying, you know, it's almost like this. I'm seeing this total message right now through these two cards. So we have all of these thoughts. They're a total burden. We're carrying them around. We can't even see where we're going because it's been on our mind so much. And these are triggers, right? Because, you know, anyone who says something to us and touches one of these triggers, right? All of a sudden it rumbles, all of it. And we feel like, oh, I'm going to drop it all. Like, how dare you touch one of my sticks? I'm going to drop it because like he's struggling carrying all of these. Look at them. Like one of them could fall out at any moment. And that's just a struggle. So it's like somebody says one little thing to you and all of a sudden it's like, damn it. It's because it's pressing a trigger. But this was upside down. So this is a message for you, my loves. And this is a good message. This is us. Okay, we're carrying all these things and we're finally going through this change, because this change card came in between these. So we're struggling, but then we have to realize that we're going through this shift. We're going through this change, right? Okay, I need to hold these within the camera so you guys can see. So hopefully you guys could see them the whole time. I was like holding them way up there. Anyway, these are all bothering us. We go through this shift of realizing we need to change internally. We need to face those fears, right? We need to face the fears. We need to let go. And then right when we do that, all of a sudden we're like, okay, we can get something off our chest, right? We could get it off our chest because we're letting go. Because when this card is upside down, these sticks just fall away, right? He's not holding on to them anymore. The sticks fall away. And so right when we go through this change, we can finally get something off our chest. And right when it does, Nothing triggers us anymore. It's like we're healed. It's like we're not carrying around a big weight. And it's like somebody can say anything to us and we just feel free. We don't feel triggered anymore because we're no longer holding the sticks. Somebody can go poke us and we're like, I have no sticks to drop, therefore I'm not triggered. Like, it's totally fine. So hopefully that's making sense. Funny examples. Moving on to the next deck that we have to shuffle is this one right here. Let's find out what we get going on over here for pile number 3. We have Chameleon coming up. So this is Soul Tribe. It is safe to be seen. Oh, guys, this is about revealing your authenticity. It is safe to be seen. Stop trying to blend in, right? It is safe to be seen. Let's get another card from this pile, this deck, I mean. Let's see what comes up. Pile number 3. We have the dog coming up. That is so weird. In the last pile, I believe we had like the cat and the chameleon or something like that. I don't know. But like, yeah, dog, another card that is just, it's never come up in a pick a card reading before, but it's a new pile. So I love when new cards come up that we can talk about. So dog, divine service. How can you serve yourself better? All right, so now we're letting go of needing to serve other people. We're getting rid of the need to people please and be of service to others. And we are finally realizing how we can be of service to ourselves. And guess what? That's all about being authentic. And yes, it's a little bit hard to be authentic, but I don't have to be. We can just embrace it, do it, be it. All right, so now I'm going to shuffle this deck right here and get some more information from these cards as well. All right, oh, we have strength coming up, you guys. Spirit's giving you that strength. This is a sign from the universe that they are in support of you. They are guiding you. They're giving you that strength. So it says strength, stability in this hour, endurance, stamina, I empower. Say that when you need strength, my babes. If you ever need to call on strength, that little saying right there is so powerful. Let's get the strength to be our authentic selves. Love that that card came up. That fit in so dang well. Okay, and then we also have psychic protection. So this is us when we have to face our fears and we're a little bit scared, okay? So around me now, a shield of gold protecting me strong and bold. You guys are good. You guys will make it through. Yes, it's a fear, but you are divinely protected and you have what it takes. You have this strength, my love. So just know you are safe. It is safe to be seen. You are protected. It needs to happen. We need to have tough talks sometimes. All right. And so our next little bit of this reading, our last little bit, I'm going to roll these astro dice. We're going to get any last information on this reading. So let's see what comes up. So pile 3. Okay, we have Saturn coming up. So this is us feeling like we need to please society. So Saturn is the rules of society. We're following what we think we should do. We're following what society says we should do, which is not what we should do, by the way, in my opinion. Then we also have the 8th house. So this is purging truth that maybe we're scared of it to be seen. This is revealing. This is us being that detective. It's that detective kind of energy, right? So we're going deep into our feelings to find out what we need to reveal. And then we also have Cancer, of course. So us going deep into our feelings. So Cancer in the 8th house. So this is more like Saturn in Cancer in the 8th house. So us being authentic with our feelings, because Saturn is authenticity. So we need to be authentic with our feelings and we need to reveal, because 8th house is all about the reveal, you guys. Ooh, digging up those feelings to be revealed. So that is what I'm seeing for you guys. Pile number 3. Hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button down below if you have not already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. All right, so group number 4, if you guys chose this pile, this is going to be your reading, all about messages that you need to hear right now. So let's hop right into it. All right, so a message for you, pile number 4. We start off with these 2 cards. We have Endless Possibilities and Quieting the Mind. Okay, so numerologically, the 3 and the 8, that would equal an 11, which equals a 2, or we could just take it as a master number 11. And then we also have the 32, which is a 5. So starting off with the idea of this card, we're going to get into the numerology side of it in just a second. So I really feel like your mind, you need to be told right now that there are endless possibilities for you. If you are thinking that, okay, I'm kind of stuck on this thing because I feel like, I really want to create this career, there's endless possibilities. You can get there. If you reach failures, if you reach obstacles, you can still get there. There is still ways, okay? There are ways. And also another message that I'm getting is we might be fixated. We might be fixated on an outcome. We might be fixated that, oh, I want this career, for example, if you want a career to be a writer, or we're fixated on a certain person because we want to attract love, and we're fixated on a specific place or person. Endless possibilities also reminds us that maybe it's not working out because that's not one that's meant to be. There are other possibilities for you that are much more in alignment with you. This is about quieting our mind. Our mind is always like, but it has to be this way, but it has to be this way. Or like, we can't ever do that. We're not deserving. We don't get this. No. Quiet the mind. This is about mind. And reassuring ourselves that there is endless possibilities in front of us. We don't need it to be a certain way. And there's also multiple routes to get to the same destination. So what I'm seeing for you guys with the master number 11, this is us owning our inner magic, our inner power. We have this old soul type of energy when we have master number 11. This is like, okay, we have a desire to conquer. We have a desire to do great things. But we need to get out of our own way. We need to get out of our own way. We need to quiet the mind, because the mind can be a distraction from us. Maybe we have certain patterns, habits that we fall back into that do hold us back. So the mind sometimes is this place where we can feel stuck. And the reason why we feel stuck is because we fall into certain habits and patterns that we're used to. Maybe we really want to start something new because maybe we want to become a writer, but then we keep getting distracted by, let's just continually watch Netflix. No. Quiet the mind. Listen to yourself on the inside. What do you really desire? Because maybe, yeah, sure, Netflix is comforting. It makes us feel comforted because it's what we're used to. But maybe internally, deep within us, we have this desire and this calling to go start something, to go do something. But we are standing in our own way. We keep getting in our own way because we keep doing what's comfortable, what is familiar, because we find comfort in whatever is familiar. And we're not used to doing this new thing yet because we don't do it yet. Maybe we want to start a YouTube channel, but we have all these fears that hold us back that say, we can't do that because I'm scared of the judgment of the people I used to go to school with. I don't want them to judge me about it, or like, I don't want this to happen, or I really want to get good at YouTube and I want to put my practice in, but I keep putting it off till the next day. I keep putting off the gym till the next day. We're getting in our own way. This is time for us to let go of getting into our own way. Okay, so moving on to the next couple cards that we have here. So we have this card right here. Let's make sure that we're in focus. We have, I'm unapologetic about what I desire and trust that what I focus on will grow. Okay, wow, that fits very well. So this is time for us to stop apologizing for what we desire. This is us stepping up. We need to realize that we're worthy of experiencing what we desire, because some of us, we're like, oh, I would love to experience having that job, like being a YouTuber, but I'm not worthy of that. Like, I've done this in my life and I haven't done this yet, and this hasn't happened. Let all that go. Quiet your mind. Your mind is standing in your way. Quiet it. It doesn't need to be there. You are unapologetic about what you desire. You don't need to be sorry about wanting to be who you want to be. You want that for a reason, and you can trust that what you focus on will grow. So if you focus on Netflix, you're going to grow your ability to watch Netflix. If you focus on doing the thing that you want to do, that is what will grow. All And then we also have the universe works fast when I'm having fun. So sometimes our mind can get in the way of our manifestation because we're thinking, oh, it's not happening quick enough. It's not happening fast enough. I keep running into this obstacle. Sorry guys, definitely had to cough there for a second. Definitely gonna cut that out of the video. My throat is dry this morning. Okay, so the universe works fast when I'm having fun. So if we feel like there's certain obstacles that are stopping us, if we're trying to manifest something and there's like an obstacle that comes up, or there's something that tells us no, and then we're like, oh, and then we get butthurt about it and we start sitting there and we get kind of sulky about it, we are now standing in the way of our manifestation again. Because guess what? The only time that you can fail something is when you let an obstacle stop you. There's obstacles always, no matter what. No matter what. I've reached a ton of obstacles in my life. I know so many people that reach a ton of obstacles in their life. The only time that it will actually cause failure is when you let that obstacle tell you to stop. Otherwise, it's just an obstacle. If you just keep going, that obstacle will just be an obstacle rather than a failure. You are the decider of when it is a failure or when it is just an obstacle. You get to decide. So the universe works fast when you're having fun. You might also feel like, oh, it's not coming fast enough, da 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 da. If you're thinking about it, like, it's almost like going to like cook some noodles, right? And or let's say potatoes, because potatoes take so long, right? So it's like, we're gonna go cook some potatoes, but then we're sitting there watching it being like, when is it gonna be done? When is it gonna be done? When is it gonna be done? I promise you that time frame will feel like it lasts forever. But you could also cook your potatoes and then go do something fun, and maybe you're like, enjoying your time with your friend, you're like, enjoying a cup of tea together, and you're like laughing and enjoying yourselves, and then all of a sudden the timer's going off for the oven. You're like, those potatoes are done already? What the hell? That was the fastest potato cooking ever. That's because you're having fun. The universe works fast when you are having fun. And so that's the key to the universe. If it feels like it's taken a long time, it is because you are literally standing there watching your laundry through the spin cycle. And trust me, that ain't no fun. That ain't no fun. That laundry is going to take forever to get done. But then, like, if you choose to have fun, it will come faster because the universe works on that energy. You are being creative. That creative energy makes time fly by. So this is time to get into the mood of endless possibilities, getting into a fun mindset, quieting your mind, letting your mind get out of the way, because right now you're standing in your own way, and it is time to just quiet that up and just be like, I am just gonna enjoy myself. You deserve to enjoy yourself, okay? So putting the next 3 cards on here, we have Pisces. This is our subconscious mind, our habits, our patterns. So again, this is talking about our habits that are coming up with Pisces. We're daydreaming about what we want, because again, this card is ruled by Neptune. But we can sometimes let old habits and patterns get in our way and they're going to be our downfall, essentially. Like, if we let those things get in our way, then we're not going to get to our destination, because we're going to stay in the same perpetual cycle. It's again going on that spin cycle. Because imagine like clothes are the patterns that you have, the habits, the natural habits that you normally do in your day. Like, I wake up, I go to work, I come home, I watch Netflix, I go to bed. So if those are your typical patterns, you're putting the same patterns into the wash machine, and then you turn it on and you're watching it cycle through. And you're like, why isn't anything changing? Why aren't those clothes changing? Because you're putting the same ingredients in. You're putting the same ingredients in. We need to change the ingredients. If you put some different clothes in there, I promise you it's going to look a little different. You're going to get different clothes as a result when you open up the wash machine. If you put different ones in, it's not going to look the same as it did before. Whatever you put in, you get out. If you put in a fancy sequin dress into the wash, which I don't know, maybe you shouldn't do that, but this is just for the example, you are going to open up that wash and get a fancy sequin dress. But if you put in an old stained t-shirt, you are probably going to get the same stained t-shirt coming out of it because it is stained. Okay, so whatever we put in, we get out. If you're seeking change, we got to put in something different, right? We got to put in some different ingredients. Okay, so then we also have Sagittarius. This is realizing spontaneously that we can do different things. We want to expand ourselves. So this is all about that expansion, learning new things, dedicating to those new things, new philosophies, new ideas, and we're just jumping headfirst into it. We're going right into it. We're finding passion in it. So this is following those intuitive, passionate things that are inside of our minds and not letting the same old patterns disrupt us, because Sagittarius, you will never find Sagittarius in a routine. Let me tell you, you will not find them in a routine. They do not like routine at all. So for you guys, this is about changing and shifting those routines, shifting those patterns and those habits and letting them go. And then we also have the last quarter moon, which is all about transition, letting go, forgiveness, and adaptation. We're letting go of the old, babies, and we're walking into the new. Okay, so I'm gonna shuffle these tarot cards. We're gonna get some more information on this right now. Let's see what else comes up for you guys. Okay, so we have the Three of Wands and it is reversed. So we're desiring something new, but something again is holding us back, okay? We're being held back. Okay, so this is what this card, I'm totally getting a message here. So as we can see, when it's upright, okay, when this card is upright, he's holding these wands of like where he wants to go. So he's seeking out new things. When this card is upside down, we change the perspective here. So now he's facing backwards. We're falling into the old habits. Because see, this stick is behind him. He's leaving it behind when it's upright. So this is a message that we need to leave behind the old and we need to start focusing on the new. Who do you aspire to be? Who do you want to be? What inspires you? When you're watching YouTube and maybe you're watching like a routine video of somebody and you're like, oh, I wish I could implement that. Start doing it. Stop falling back into your same old, same old. Stop waking up the same way. Stop waking up at the same time. Maybe set your alarm clock for 15 minutes earlier and allow yourself 15 minutes of something extra. And I know that for some people, they're like, I need that extra 15 minutes. Trust me, 15 minutes does not make much of a difference at all. It really don't, not at all. In fact, most of us can't even fall asleep in 15 minutes. So we end up getting like maybe 30 seconds of that, right? So there's no point. You might as well just take that 15 minutes to yourself. And do something inspiring with it, right? So this is upside down, reminding us that, okay, we keep falling back into the same old, same old. We need to focus on the new. I'm gonna put that upright to give you guys the energy of let's focus on the new. But just so you know, this message is we were falling into the old, but now we're going into the new, all right? All right, so the next two cards that we have coming out, we have King of Wands. We need to start following what our passions are. We need to start realizing our worth. We are worthy of some big-ish. Your mind, whatever you can dream up, you deserve it. Whatever you can fantasize about, let's do it. Let's make it happen. Let's find out a way to make it possible, but without getting attached to an outcome, because sometimes when we get attached to an outcome, and what I mean by outcome is if we want to manifest love, let it just be love. Don't try to manifest a specific person because we don't know what's best for us all the time, right? So it's almost like you're going to a restaurant and you keep ordering the same dish and you're like, no, it's the best one here. But then people ask, like, how many dishes have you tried at this restaurant? Only 2. And then they're like, how do you know it's the best one here? And you're like, because it's so good. And then finally, one day you go to the restaurant and you're like, I'm gonna order 2 different things for once, or maybe just one different thing. And then you try it and you're like, oh, that is freaking phenomenal. I didn't even realize they had that. How come I kept ordering the same thing all the time? And now I'm ordering this thing and it is so freaking good. What? So this is why we don't get attached to outcomes. We just set the intention that, okay, I want to try the best dish at the restaurant. That's what I want. I want to try the best dish. And then you act on whatever impulses that guide you towards that. And maybe we try a couple ones that aren't so good first, and we're like, maybe I could fall back on that same old, but no, we stay dedicated to, I'm gonna find the best dish at the restaurant, so we keep trying other ones, and then we realize that there was something 10 times better, and then we're like, whoa, that was Gucci. So this is why we don't get attached to outcomes. This is why we don't try to manifest specific people, because when we try to manifest specific people, they might seem like the best option at the time, but guess what? When you try the other flavors, you're like, oh, I didn't even know. There's something way better on the menu, okay? So We can manifest things, but don't manifest like where it's going to be, how it's going to be, and who it's going to be. We can manifest what the person's going to be like. We can manifest the who in terms of like, I want a man who's honest, who's truthful, who's successful, who is loving and romantic. We can be specific about those things, but let's not attach it to a name. Then we also have the Queen of Cups being reversed. So this is us realizing that, okay, we got to fill up our own cup. We got to put the time in. We got to put the effort in. We got to listen to our intuition, where our intuition's guiding us. So if we get a no sometimes, don't let it upset you. Don't let it rock your boat. Don't let it cause failure for you, okay? So don't let it drain your cup. If you reach an obstacle, don't let it drain your cup. Keep your cup filled and be like, okay, that was an obstacle. That was a bit of a shake, but we're going to keep going. All right, so we have 2 more fallouts. One of them fell on the floor, so give me a second to go pick that boy up. Okay, so we have the Page of Swords, okay? So this is about us being clear. We need to start becoming clear about what we want. We need to start getting the courage to stand up and realize that, yes, sometimes obstacles come, but we'll take them on. We will take those on. We're not going to let it stop us. Because in the past, we might have let it stop us. This is also us cutting away old habits and old patterns and starting, making a fresh beginning, because the pages are like new beginnings, kind of, or like new ideas. So this is us making maybe a new pattern, a new schedule, a new routine, new thinking patterns, okay? New habits. So this is our conscious mind, conscious decision in a new direction. The winds are changing. And then this King of Pentacles, this is our willpower to stick to something, okay? So our willpower might not be so great at first because maybe we haven't been exercising willpower, but I'll promise you that one of the most important things in life is our willpower. Exercise your willpower. Make your bed in the morning. Do things that exercise your willpower to see something through, because that is what's going to cause you to become successful in what it is that you want. Because if we give up easily, we'll never reach the goal. If we're trying to, drive somewhere, but we give up because there's a red light that we hit, this is such a good example. We're trying to maybe, go to the beach, right? We're trying to drive to the beach, and then we hit a red light, and we're like, fuck it, I'm just gonna drive home. I don't want to hit no red lights. Honey, that's a temporary red light. That is a temporary obstacle. If you just sit at that red light, yes, you're stopped for a little bit, but that's normal. That is normal. We're going to hit multiple red lights on our way to the beach. We already know that. We know that, right? And so take this as an example for your real life as well. Yes, we're going to hit some red lights, but if you just stay at that red light for a little bit, it's going to turn green. It's going to turn green. It's not going to stay red. This is not going to be a forever obstacle. These obstacles are not forever. This is an obstacle that we may need to pause at for a little bit, but then we keep going. And then we hit the next light set, and maybe it's green and we don't have to hit an obstacle there, and then maybe the next one after that is red again, and we're gonna be like, oh shoot. But we don't give up, because we set an intention that we're going to the beach. So we're not gonna turn around if we get 2 red lights. We're not gonna turn around if we get 6 red lights. We're gonna keep going until we get there. Because we're gonna get there. We know that we're gonna get there. Yes, there's going to be red lights on the way, but don't let those stop you. All right, so shuffling our next deck, we got this one going on. So let's see what else we get up here. All right, so pile number 4, any last messages? We still got a few a few different decks to go through here, but let's see what else we got. Ooh, got some flyout ones. All right, we got 2 flyouts. We have squirrel and antelope. So we have new pathways. Consider whether you are happy on your current path. Okay, are we on the right road? Maybe we need to open up our Google Maps or our Waze. We need to get around some of the traffic. New pathways, you guys. Don't let it stop you. Just create a new path. Squirrel, spiritual maintenance. Be your own caretaker. You guys, go get all of the nuts that you need. Go searching for what you need and go gather it and enjoy yourself. Enjoy the process. Okay, and so shuffling this next deck over here, let's get 2 cards out of this one. right, we have confidence. By earth, air, water, and fire, let my confidence take light, burn higher. Be confident about where you're going, because you're headed somewhere. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. Bring in that confidence that when you hit that red light, it's going to turn green. You just got to wait. Learn whatever lesson it is that you got to learn. It's going to turn. And then we have new beginnings. Let this magic in my spell clear the space in which I dwell. New beginnings with the butterfly. We're going to grow some wings and we're going to get to our destination, baby. We're going to get there. We are going to go. We're going to take those chances, because 4 and 4 equals an 8. This is all about taking those chances. We're doing it. We're not going to let fear stop us. Yes, sometimes it's fun to fall back into comforts, but let's not do that. Let's hop into the new. Let's create new comforts. Maybe our new comforts are going to be the things that take us towards success. Maybe our new comforts is going to be driving to the beach, because maybe we were too scared to go to the beach before, because we liked the comfort of being inside of our home and watching Netflix and watching a movie about the beach instead of actually going. But yet we desire to be there, but yet it's out of our comfort zone. So we don't end up driving there. Let's start to go there. Let's create a new comfort that brings us what we actually do desire, instead of keeping us in our same old box. Okay? So with that being said, with those cards being pulled, we're going to take the Astro dice next. As soon as I move this pile of cards away from my Astro dice so I can actually grab them from the side of this table. Okay, there we go. All right, so we're going to shuffle or roll these Astro dice to get any last information for you guys. Pile number 4. Let's see what comes up. All right, we got Pluto, we have Cancer, and we have the 10th house. This is all about recreation, this Pluto. So Pluto, we are purging old things. We are going deep into the parts of ourselves that we deny, where our habits and routines that kind of hold us back. And Pluto brings them up. When we're going through a Pluto transit, Pluto is going to bring up anything that does not serve you. They're going to shove it right in your face, the things that do not serve you. So this is, a lot of people see Pluto as a malefic planet, but I personally do not. I see Pluto as honestly, like a light bringer. Although people tend to look at it as a dark thing, because yes, it makes us see the parts of ourselves that we've denied. And so if we have parts of ourselves that we don't stand up for ourselves, or we aren't persistent and consistent in the things that we go for, Pluto is going to make it loud and clear, those patterns and those habits that we have that do not serve us. It will make it so clear for us so that we can then change it, because Pluto is all about transformation, and Pluto transforms that which does not serve into that which does serve. So I see it as a very malefic planet. I see it as such a beneficial planet. It is so good and it is so healing, okay? And so Cancer, it likes to be comfortable. Cancer likes the comforts, but Pluto is showing us our comforts that do not serve us, because 10th house. So Pluto in Cancer in the 10th house, Pluto is going to make clear where we like to fall into comforts and how it stops us from climbing the mountain that we want to climb. And it does that in order for us to then be able to climb that mountain, so we can actually be successful in what we want to do. So that is what I'm seeing for you guys, pile number 4. Hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! All right, so group number 5, if you guys chose this pile, is going to be a reading all about important messages meant to find you, so let's hop right into it. All right, my loves, so pile number 5, here's what we got for you guys. So we start off with these 2 cards right here. We have the willing release and bearing fruit. So we have a 49 over here and we have a 12 over here. So 49 equals a 13, which equals a 4 when it's broken down numerologically. And then we have a 3. So we have a 3 and a 4. So we're gonna get into the numerology in just a second. But the willing release and bearing fruit, this is giving me a very particular type of message. And so what I'm kind of seeing from here, the willing release. So when it comes right before bearing fruit, this is giving me this idea that we need to release something in order to get the fruit, in order to blossom. So when we're holding onto something so tightly that we need to release, and we're holding onto it so tight, it cannot blossom. If we're holding onto a seed like this and we're waiting for the seed to grow, the seed cannot grow because we don't have the space. There's no space for it to grow. So there's something going on in your guys' life right now that needs a release in order for you guys to get your wish, in order for you guys to get the fruit, in order to blossom. We need to stop putting restrictions on ourselves. We need to stop controlling things. Because when we control, we do not receive the fruit or the blossoming, because we are, again, clenching onto it. And when we clench, there's no release. We need a release in order to blossom, right? Because once we release, all of a sudden we have the space for it to blossom and to grow, right? And so the fact that we have this 4, we need a stable foundation. We need to create a solid foundation, okay? And we also need to have this divine, we need to celebrate. Instead of controlling, instead of needing, we just celebrate. We allow it to be. And so, you know, it's kind of like, I don't know, like having a mother that's very controlling over you. There's no room for you to grow. There's no room for you to blossom because everything's being decided for you, right? But all of a sudden when that mother just decides to release and allow that child to grow and allow it to blossom, that child can then fully develop and grow and learn and become. And yes, there's mistakes involved. Yes, there's this involved, but that's how we learn. We don't learn through cuddling. We learn through the mistakes we make. We learn through the paths in life that we go down and the obstacles that we have to face. So those are the first kind of messages that are coming up. We're going to get much deeper into this. If it's not making sense yet, I promise, baby, it'll make sense as we go deeper into it, okay? So our next 2 cards right here. I am the loving energy of the universe. So this is time to love. This is time to let go of the control. This is time to let go of the need. This is time to let go of the angst or the anxiety or the stress. You are the loving energy of the universe. You are not the stressful, controlling energy of the universe. The universe loves. Everything is built on love. And when you set a foundation that is built upon love and celebration, that is what you get out. I used this example in the previous reading, but I thought it was such a good example. So take a washing machine, for example. If you throw in some old shirts and you're waiting for it to change, but we keep adding the same ingredients. So if you keep doing the same thing, if you keep controlling the situation, you keep doing this or this, that's the ingredient we're putting out into the universe. You know, we're taking the same patterns, the same routines, right? And so we're loading, for an actual physical visualization of this, we're putting the same ingredients into the wash machine, which is the same old shirts, the same old clothes. Then we're sitting there watching it, waiting for it to be done, and then we go to remove the clothes out of the wash machine, and then we get the same old clothes, and we're like, what? Why am I getting the same results? This is the metaphor for, why do I keep getting the same results? Well, honey, it's because you're doing the same thing. If you want a different result, you need to put in a different energy. So now we're releasing the anxieties. We're releasing the old. I am the loving energy of the universe. You are not the stressful energy of the universe. You are the loving energy of the universe. Also, can we talk about, these 2 cards are from completely different decks and they look like they have the exact same colors inside of them. That is so wild. And then we also have, there is a stream of love supporting my dreams. We need to embrace love more rather than control. I feel like you guys might be a little bit scared of emotion. You guys might be scared of feeling love. You guys might be scared of being able to just allow things to unfold naturally. I feel like you guys like to step in there out of fear and this need to control it. Because there's this fear that it's not going to go the way you want it to go. We need to transform ourselves into the loving energy of the universe and realize that there's love supporting your dreams and create that as the foundation. Because if you create love as the foundation, you're going to get love. If you put in love into the washing machine and you put in a beautiful dress, that is what you're going to get out of it, right? So that's what's happening over there. Then we have our astrology cards to look at. So we have Chiron. We might be living our life based on past wounds when we have Chiron, okay? Because we have the wounded healer. Chiron is the wounded healer. That's what it's known as. So Chiron is the wounded healer. We keep trying to heal other people, but from and you can only become a healer when you've gone through stuff, right? Because that's how we learn to become a healer, is when we learn how to heal ourselves. But right now, if you are living based out of control, anxiety, and stress, we haven't healed yet. Therefore, we don't know how to heal. We need to learn how to heal ourselves first. And so Chiron is this message that as we heal ourselves, we learn what healing is all about, and we're able to embrace a new state, a new energy. And then we're unstoppable. We have this unstoppable energy. We have this great foundation for us to move forward on. Then we can finally blossom and bear the fruit. Then we also have Vesta, which is devotion. Or actually, that was the last card that was coming up. I don't know why I pulled that one out. It goes in this order, so we're going to go in that order. So we have Void of Course Moon as the next card. So Void of Course Moon is pause in time, change of plans, limbo, improvisation. So we got some improvising, okay? So pause in time, change of plans. So we need a pause. So I think for you guys, we need to take a step back of the way that we're constantly always doing things. Maybe we're constantly feeling a certain way. So we need to take a step back in order for us to heal. We need to look at what we're so devoted to and where that's actually stemming from, because we have Vesta over here. And so Vesta is, okay, maybe we're so dedicated to a certain cause. Maybe we're so dedicated to a certain idea, and we need it to unfold in a certain way. We need it to be a certain way. We are giving all of our energy to it. But once we go down to the core, if we are building that foundation and our devotion is built because we have a wound from the past, and so maybe we're trying to create something, maybe we're trying to force something because of a certain wound, we're still creating the wound. If we act out of fear, the result will be more of that. But instead, if we take a step back, we void of course for a minute, we take a step back from our current trajectories, okay? So maybe we let down our need for control. Sorry, camera cut out. But if we want it to blossom in a very particular way, but we're crushing it like this, again, like I said, it has no room to give you the fruit of what you desire. So we need to let go of the control. We need to then just add loving energy. You know, if you have a plant that you're trying to grow and you just you give it water every day, you allow it to grow on its own. We're not controlling it. We're not saying, you need to be at this level by the 3rd day, otherwise it's just not working, because I'm looking at the instructions and it says that if this seed has not had a sprout in the 3rd day, we're not on track. And then you're overwatering it at that point because you're wondering why it hasn't become that yet. Let it unfold naturally. Nature has this funny way where everything is slightly different. Everything is slightly different. There's maybe an average, but if it's not on average, it's still okay. It is still good. We're still unfolding naturally, and we get to learn from it, we get to grow from it, and we get to bear fruit. And sometimes, the slowest growing ones, sometimes they bear the most fruit. So we might actually be lucky that it's not on the right course. We might be lucky that we're void of course, okay? So don't worry. Let go of the control and allow it to be what it is. Maybe you're like, oh, I'm meant to be at a very particular stage in my life by now, and I cannot believe that I'm this age and I haven't made it here yet. No, it is okay. You are so divine. Again, sometimes the slowest growing seeds bear the most fruit. So keep that in mind. And maybe they're slow growing because they got so much energy within them. They're about to burst because they have so much extra nutrients for fruit. And so, yes, it's taken a longer time to develop because there's more there. There's more there. So sometimes that's what it is. And you don't need to let that become like an egotistical thing. Just allow it to be what it is. Embrace what it is, because it is all meant to be in the way that it is. It is all divine. It is all meant to be this way. So, yes. Time to shuffle these cards right here to get some more messages. These are some tarot cards. Let's find out a little bit more about your pile number 5. Let's see. Also, the fact that you chose number 5, we have the Magician flying out, by the way, but the fact that you guys chose number 5 numerologically, that is all about embracing change. So this is time to let go of control, because guess what? 5 energy comes to break control. And if you ever try to control the energy of 5, it will cause chaos. and destruction. So when we have a 5 energy, the fact that you guys chose number 5, this is about embracing change, allowing it to take you where it divinely wants to take you. And this is a reminder that you have everything that you need. You are just on course. You are right on course. There is nothing that can stop you from attaining what you desire, but you have to let go of the control and you have to just allow, create the foundation of love. And this is about taking that energy from the universe and just flowing it down into the universe, just guiding it. This is the card of guidance, because the magician is also a teacher. This is the card of guidance, and we cannot guide with control, because when we guide with control, we don't allow the natural process to unfold. So it's like, again, kind of like having a child. If you guide the child in the right direction and still allow them to kind of make their own choices along the way, they're going to make those choices because that's an essential thing that they've needed to learn in order to develop their brain properly, right? Because they might not know why it's bad to touch the stove, but until they touch it, then they'll know. You can tell them all you want about how bad it is to touch the stove, but if you can control them, if you don't allow them to experience, okay? If you instead control and you say, no, we're never touching the stove, I'm putting up a gate, you cannot even get near it, that child is going to want to rebel because they're being controlled and restricted, and that energy needs to find a way to break free because it's trying to grow, but we're confining it, and we cannot grow when we're confined. And in that instance, that is when we need to break out of it. And that's where we get very rebellious energy, and we realize and we wonder, why is everything happening in such a chaotic way in my life? It's because we're trying to control it. When we control, we create resistance. If we just guide and we allow it to take whatever form it needs to, because trust me, those forms are there for proper development. Those obstacles that we reach, those lessons we need to learn, they are there to develop us in a certain way because we're not seeing the full picture yet. So guidance is the key, and learning from that. Okay. Let's get some more cards on here. So we have the Page of Swords being reversed. Sometimes we are scared. We don't want to experience the negative. We're so scared of experiencing the negative that we want to control situations. But when we do that, we create more chaos. So this is about not being afraid of this thing once in a while. Sure, that sting sometimes needs to be there because it's what teaches. It is what develops us into learning why, you know? Then we also have the 5 of Pentacles being reversed. So this is all about acceptance, accepting where you are in life right now, accepting that you are divinely being guided. There is nothing wrong with you. You are on the right path, and allowing and embracing your true nature, because maybe there's parts of yourself that you don't want to accept and you don't want to allow and you don't want others to see. But this is us being vulnerable. This card, when it's upside down, this is such a good card. This is us finally realizing that we just need to be vulnerable and be honest. Like, I have these fears. This is why I'm this way, but I'm learning. I'm letting it go. I am on my divine path as well, you know, and I'm accepting myself, and I'm learning how to do that. And our next 2 cards, we have the 7 of Pentacles being reversed. And so this is us planting new seeds and allowing them to grow. You know, he's watching them, but he's not controlling them. Okay? So we're planting some new seeds, we're planting some new ones, and we're watching them with love and answering what they need and listening to what they need instead of reading it out of a book and being like, it needs to be this way. It doesn't. Just listen to the flow. And then we have Justice reversed. And so this is us. Again, sometimes we want to control, but we have to let go. We have to find balance. And sometimes balance doesn't look very balanced, but it's because we need to go through the imbalance to find the balance, right? Sometimes we need that imbalance to guide us. Then I'm going to shuffle this deck right here to get any more information from this deck. Let's see what this one has to say. We have a follow card immediately. So we have the Whale. This one says tenderness, show compassion, and forgive what needs to be forgiven. So forgive yourself, forgive other people in your life. It is fine. Allow that tender, compassionate energy to flow through. Then we have another one coming up. We have Llama. Soul growth. Growth is never easy. Have faith and trust in the journey. Growth is not easy. So yes, Maybe we're scared of the hard path, and that's why we want to control so much, because it's hard to go through that. But you know, growth is never easy. It's not an easy journey. Otherwise, we wouldn't grow from it, right? If it was so easy, we'd never learn anything, right? So if it's easy, it means we already know it, which means we're not growing anymore. We're not learning. We're not expanding. The things that are hard is because they're hard because we haven't yet done them before, right? We're developing new parts of ourselves. Okay, so also going to shuffle this deck right here, get some more information on this. See what comes up. All right, we have one shooting out. Ooh, we have peace. So this is us finding our inner peace, finding where our peace lies within us. We have Brigid Goddess, in your sacred name, a light within me, peace is flame. So come at peace with yourself. Find that peace within. Everything's happening divinely. Then we have success. Success that's true belongs to me. Success with honor, integrity. Success will come your way as long as you learn to let go of the control, let go of the fear, heal all of those things, because we have Chiron. So it's time for us to heal those areas of us, and we'll know that we're healed once we can finally let go without fear. We can finally let go without the need for control, and we can finally feel free. There's a freedom feeling. That's what healing feels like. That's how we know that we've healed, okay? But we gotta face it first. All right, so now I'm gonna roll these astro dice. We're gonna get any last information on this pile. So we have the second house, we have Pisces, and we have the moon. Okay, so this is us going into our deeper emotions, our need for patterns and control. Pisces is coming up a lot in a lot of these piles. So a lot of us are going through a very Piscean sort of energy right now, I guess. So Pisces with the moon. So the moon in Pisces, this is us getting in touch with those deep emotions, those deep anxieties, those deep fears, and being able to find their root cause, because we have the second house over here. So being able to find their root cause and to be able to heal that. To find comfort, not within it, but to find comfort by letting that stuff go, because that stuff isn't comfortable to hold on to, right? We need to find a place to feel comfortable, and we find comfort when we trust and we allow, and we know that everything works in divineness and divine timing and divine ways, divine development. It's also very interesting that you guys chose apophyllite. This is the stone of apophyllite, and apophyllite actually sucks out negative things from the environment. So when we're scared of a lot of negativity, or we have a lot of fears or anxiety, apophyllite actually sucks it out of the environment, which is very interesting. That it's actually also used to clean air or something like that. I believe astronauts actually use a type of like man-made apophyllite, and it it's a natural like cleaner because it sucks out debris from the environment, which is very interesting. So yeah, apophyllite's very powerful. At least that's what I heard from that's some stuff that I heard. So yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching today's video, pile number 5. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button down below if you have not already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. All right, so pile number 6, if you guys chose this pile, this is going to be your reading all about what you guys, some messages that have needed to find you. So let's hop right into it. All right, my loves, pile number 6. Here's what we start off for you guys. We start off with these 2 cards. We have the Oracle's Gift, and we have Healing the Heart. So, you guys are going to go through some healing. If you guys have needed some healing, if you guys have really needed to like let some stuff go, get some stuff off of your chest, if you've needed just that warm cup of soothing tea that just makes you feel so good. I'm actually drinking some tea right now myself. I got my Gemini cup, I got some tea. So this is about getting our comfort back, getting our strength back, getting our power back, and also receiving divine gifts from the universe. I think that you guys are receiving an activation. When I look at this pyramid, this just seems like this activating energy. We're activating a spark within our heart again, because maybe we felt a little bit more down lately, because whenever we need healing, whenever we need to go through healing, sometimes we can feel unmotivated. We can feel a little bit like a little bit lost, like this heavy weight, right? That makes us feel like we can't really, we don't have a lot of motivation. this I see as this activation. You guys are gaining these gifts, this energy, this nutrients, this like energetic upgrade, right? The right things that you're going to need. So also my camera's about to die. I think I'm gonna go change my battery really quick before getting into this because I don't want this to like cut off halfway between without me realizing. So I'm gonna go change that because it is flashing at me right now. All right, so that has been changed. Getting right back into this, we also have some numerology to look at. So we have this 37 over here. Let's get this camera in focus on these cards. So we have 37 and then we have 23. So the 37 equals a 1 in numerology, and then the 23 equals a 5 in numerology. So we got a lot of 5s coming up for a lot of the piles lately, which is us going through some major shifts, some major changes, unexpected things coming into our lives. And this number 1 is all about taking this new start, this new beginning. And so whenever we go through this healing transformation, when we got a lot going on, we're going through these big transformations, we create a new beginning. And so your gift is this new start. We're going to start creating some new things. I kind of see this like loving energy coming in because these rose petals are sticking out to me so much. And so whether this is a really deep friendship of somebody who just allows you time to heal, and we have this, oh my God, this like heart. And so someone's really going to be able to reach in and activate your heart and allow yourself to feel love again, feel a loving emotion, even though, yes, you guys have maybe been through something painful. Maybe it's hard for you to feel love right now. But my gosh, you guys are having some loving feelings coming in right now. So we're going to start on this new beginning. This is this gift that's kind of like coming in for you guys right now. So let's get some more cards on here. Let's get some more information coming up. So we have these two. I surrender to a power greater than me. This is being able to just let go. Give your burdens away to Mother Earth. Let Mother Earth handle them for you. Because Mother Earth, the most powerful thing that I heard the other day, I was doing this guided meditation. It was so powerful because they were saying like, as you're sitting down on the floor, you're connected to Mother Earth. So if you're sitting down like even in nature, it's really powerful because, and if you just imagine all of your problems, all of your worries, all of your hurts sinking down into Mother Nature, and let Mother Nature and the earth take care of it for you. Because the earth is here to support you. You don't need to hold it all within yourself. Allow Mother Earth to support you because that is the support that we have. We are all always being supported by that. So let's utilize that, okay? And Mother Earth knows exactly how to transform that energy into something and transmute it into something beautiful. So then the next card that we have is my capacity to tune into the energy of love gives me the words I need when I'm ready to speak up. So my capacity to tune into the energy of love, because I see there's love coming in. So your capacity to now tune in, to change your frequency to the energy of love, it will give you the words you need when you're ready to speak up. The compassion that you need when it's time to forgive, and the power I need when I am lost. So again, that fits in so well because I kind of saw this like energy just activating in you, all the things, like I was saying, oh my gosh, this fits in so well. Because I was talking about the nutrients that you need right now. So the nutrients of power, compassion, and energy, and love. So all of these different things that you guys are being given in order to find that motivation again, to find the things that you need again in order to feel so healed and so good, and like you can move forward in this happiness. I'm getting rushed over right now by these waves of just pure bliss and happiness that the universe is just sending you all of this, and it's just time for you to notice it and realize it and accept it. And hopefully you feel it just by me telling you this right now. Hopefully you can feel that the universe is giving you this gift of love and energy and compassion, and it just, wow, it's just time for you guys to heal that heart and start thinking about the things that you do want in your life, to change that direction. I'm getting goosebumps right now, you guys. Goosebumps always mean truth. So this is all about us making a new direction for ourselves. No more sulking about the past, no more trying to fix the past and make it work. This is us being able to forgive, allowing that compassion to sink in, allowing us to feel love once again, and to just move forward into the area of the life that we do want to create, okay? And so then we also have the first quarter, making decisions, the obstacles, taking action, and momentum. So this is all about us being able to begin something. So now we have the energy. We're being given the energy. We're being given the motivation to take action upon the dreams that we want to create and create that momentum to actually get and create the dream life that we've always desired. Okay, so now we're heading in that direction. Then we also have the 11th house of I Connect. So I feel like you guys are going to be networking. I think you guys are going to be meeting new people when this comes up. As we go on in this new direction, you guys are going to connect with new friendships, new groups, new social activities. And like I was saying, I feel like there's this person coming into your life that's going to just spark inspiration and love into you. This person's going to be so high vibe. Okay, and so this also deals with social media as well as like technology, projects, and originality, and then eccentricity, social justice, rebellion, and humanitarianism. So you guys, I feel like, are going to be inspired to help other people. I feel like you guys are going to go through this whole awakening where as you heal and as you become so like high vibe, you're going to start feeling so good, and I feel like you're going to want others to feel this way. You're going to look at other people that have maybe gone through something like you, and you're going to be so inspired to be like, I want to share with you how I healed, and I want to, gosh, it's going to be so beautiful. And I just see this person that you're connecting with they're going to really inspire you, and I feel like you're going to become very connected with them. You guys are going to have a very deep connection with this person. My gosh. And then we also have the moon over here. So emotions, instincts, receptivity, and safety. This is us getting in touch with our deeper emotions that we have, our heart, our intuition, our gut feelings where they tell us to go, us healing our emotions. That is huge with the moon. It is ruled by Cancer. This is us getting our comfortability back, where we feel comfortable again. Okay? And so next, I'm going to shuffle these tarot cards. We're going to get some more information upon this pile for you guys. Pile number 6. Let's see what else we get for you guys. All right, so we get the 3 of Cups falling out. So the 3 of Cups up here, this signifies us. Again, we have that friendship coming in. So this is really connected with the 11th house and with that friendship that I was talking about. This person's going to really inspire you, and they're going to help you heal. They're going to help you celebrate. They're going to help you break free and help activate all of those good feelings within you and help you kind of feel freed again. You're going to really claim back your power. Okay, you guys? Okay, we had another one fall out. That one ended up on the floor. Sometimes these fallout cards, they just jump around, they bounce around. So let me just pick this one up. We got the 4 of Wands, it looks like. Yep, got the 4 of Wands. So with this card right here, this is us finding that perfect foundation again. And look at, they're celebrating. We have so many celebratory cards, like this one they're celebrating. And then over here we can see that they're celebrating. We feel secure. Our security has returned. We no longer feel unstable. We have our stability back. We're feeling good, baby. We have a plan in motion. We're taking new action because we feel like we've set this new area for us. Some of you guys might even be moving sometimes when we have the 4 of Wands coming up. Ooh, and then another one that we have the High Priestess. So she's all about our healing, you know, and our inner wisdom. And there could be some certain things that we've felt like we've always needed to hide, but I feel like with this person, they're going to really help you feel that you're able to be vulnerable again and you're safe. Okay? So we have that healing once again. We're opening up. We're becoming more fruitful again. Let's see. Let's try to get one more card out of the tarot for you guys. We got 2. We're going to go with the 2. We got 2. All right, so we have the Hermit and we have the 9 of Wands. So this is us. Again, we healed because the 9 of Wands, he's the warrior who, you know, he gets bandaged up a little bit. I'm also going to change the brightness. We're getting real bright over here. So, you know, he's ready to take on the world again. He's ready to wear his heart on his sleeve again. He is over the pain from the past. He has healed from it, and he's okay with rolling those sleeves up because his heart is on his sleeves and he doesn't need to protect it anymore because he's ready. He is healed. He's no longer in fear. And then we have the Hermit. So we're going within. We're discovering all of these areas where maybe we felt unsafe. We're illuminating our fears. We're illuminating what it is that holds us back. and we're healing those things. And I feel like this person's going to be a huge person who brings you out of your shell. You've been someone who enjoys their alone time. You enjoy being in that shell because it brings you the security. But now all of a sudden you can wear your heart on your sleeve and still feel safe. You can be sociable, you can be fun, you can be out there, and you can still feel safe to be vulnerable. You can feel safe to be free. And I think this person's going to really help bring that out of you. And then I'm going to shuffle this deck right here. We're going to get some more information with this one. We have a fallout card immediately. Oh, we have the dragon. Gaia's a gateway, access to Earth's inner wisdom. Wow, you guys are going to go on this huge learning. I feel like with this high priestess, you guys are going to gain some deep spiritual knowledge through this healing. I think that you guys might even have like a spiritual awakening through this. It's going to cause like that big spiritual awakening, okay? Then our next fallout card, we have the sloth, digital detox. Okay, so recalibrate, reset, and recharge. So we're resetting ourselves. We are realizing that we need this shift. I feel like you guys might shift your social medias, because maybe your social medias were all about like, I've been through this, but now your social medias are shifting to like, I got this. I am back out here. Maybe you even took like a break from it, or maybe you guys are desiring like taking a break from the things that once brought you like comfort, but you no longer feel the need for them. You no longer feel the need for it because now you're your own inspiration and you're confident enough and you're healed enough where you don't need comfort anymore because you are comfortable everywhere. And then we're going to shuffle this deck right here. We're going to get some more information from this one. Let's see what pops up here. All right, so we got 3 on this one. Let's just go with it. We're just gonna go with it. So we got justice. So we are rebalancing our scales. We are rebalancing ourselves. We're letting our authenticity out. We're no longer afraid of our authenticity. We are having a spiritual awakening where we're gaining some wisdom, you guys. We are developing. So on a Wednesday with a waxing moon, let wisdom come and be renewed. Maybe that's gonna be significant for you guys. We'll see. I'm gonna put this one in the middle. We also have fertility. Let all take root, seed, and sprout. Let new life be all about. So we are taking root. We're building a new foundation. We are planting some new seeds, some new intentions, because seeds are all about the intentions that we're planting, right? And we're letting a new beginning start to blossom from the new fruit that we are planting in our garden. So I'm going to put that card up there to have some balance over here. And then we are going to roll these astro dice to get any last information for you guys. Pile number 6, let's find out what comes up for you guys. Let's see. We have Gemini, we have the 9th house, and we have Uranus. Wow, we're going through some shifts. We're going through some belief transitions. We're transitioning our beliefs. We're developing, we're reading new things. I feel like you guys are gonna come across new knowledge. And this new knowledge is gonna come in an unexpected way. This could be like spiritual knowledge, us learning how to integrate new things in our mind, us really starting to open up to new concepts, new philosophies. I think you're gonna have a whole new philosophy of your life. You guys are renewing your philosophy of life, okay? And it's gonna come in some unexpected ways. There's gonna be some unexpected stuff. It's gonna be magical, you guys. So that is what I'm seeing for you. Pile number 6, hope you guys enjoyed today's reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.